Imagine a foreigner, alone, tired and broken, climbing the misty steps of an ancient kung fu temple. He isn't there to learn to fight. He isn't there to master flying kicks. No, he's there because he's a prisoner of his own habit. A habit that's been eating his life away, cigarette by cigarette. And what happens inside those temple walls will not only free him from smoking, but reveal a secret that anyone, yes, even you, can use to break any bad habit. That foreigner was me. The temple rose above me like something carved out of the sky itself. Red walls glowing in the morning mist, statues of lions guarding the gate. Inside, monks moved like flowing water, each step precise, each breath deep, as if they were in tune with the universe itself. I felt like a shadow in a world of light. My pockets smelled of smoke, my lungs ached, and my mind whispered the same lie it had whispered for years. You can't quit. You'll always need this. Then came the master, an old monk, back straight as a spear, eyes calm as still water. I confessed everything, how smoking had become my chain, how every attempt at quitting ended in failure. He looked at me, smiled gently, and said 5 words I will never forget. You are fighting smoke, not fire. I didn't understand, but something about those words lit a spark in me. The next morning, I expected kung fu drills, punches, kicks, sweat. Instead, the monk placed a cup of steaming tea in my hands. Breathe, he said. That was it. Just breathe. At first, my mind screamed. My fingers twitched. My chest burned with craving. I wanted a cigarette more than I wanted air, but the monk simply repeated, "Notice, don't fight. Just notice." So I noticed. The craving rose like a wave, shaking me, almost drowning me. Then slowly, it faded. That day I learned a truth that felt like magic. Cravings are not commands. They're just visitors. If you don't serve them tea, they leave. Training continued. The monks taught me kung fu stances, horse stance until my legs trembled, slow punches that demanded perfect balance, movements that burned my muscles. At first I thought these were just physical exercises. But then the master said, each stance is a weapon, not against an enemy outside, but against the enemy inside. When cravings hit, I would drop into horse stance. My legs screamed in pain, but my mind shifted away from cigarettes. I learned to turn weakness into strength. When my hands itched for a smoke, I practiced slow punches, channeling my restlessness into focus. It was mind control disguised as martial arts. Delay became a kung fu trick, wait 10 minutes before acting. Distraction became a kung fu drill, replace craving with movement. Reframing became kung fu philosophy. Smoking isn't relief, it's slavery. Each refusal is freedom, and with every small victory, my confidence grew. One stormy night, rain hammered the temple roof. I caught the smell of smoke drifting in from a traveler outside. Instantly, my chest tightened. My old demon had returned. My heart whispered, just one. No one will know. The craving hit harder than any punch. My body begged. My mind wavered. Then the master appeared beside me, silent as a shadow. He spoke softly. Do not mistake the smoke for the fire. The smoke passes. The fire is you. I closed my eyes, clenched my fists, and stood in horse stance. I let the craving crash over me like thunder, and then fade like rain. And in that moment I realized I wasn't the slave anymore. I was the master. When I left the temple weeks later, I didn't just leave as a non-smoker. I left as a free man. The monks had shown me something priceless. Cravings are illusions. Delay weakens them. Distraction redirects them. Reframing destroys them. Reward builds the new self. I carried these tools not just for smoking, but for everything. Overeating, anger, endless scrolling on a phone, any bad habit that steals freedom. The kung fu I learned wasn't about fighting others, it was about mastering myself. So when people ask how I quit smoking, I don't talk about patches or pills. I tell them about a temple in the mountains. I tell them about monks who taught me that the strongest warrior is the one who conquers his own mind. And I tell them this: you don't need to fight the smoke. You need to light your inner fire, because once you do, no habit, no craving, no weakness can ever control you again. And maybe, just maybe, you'll remember this story the next time your own craving comes knocking. Habits are smoke. The fire is you.